So that must be a bit heartbreaking, Simon. You were so good for so long and then it fell over late.
Yeah, look, obviously shadowing to lose the game. We came up here on a mission where a lot of people didn't give us a chance, and we're pretty determined, and felt like we had some things in our identity that were starting to come back around our territory and contest game and the way we were defending in the last few weeks. So we knew we had some things going in the right direction, and coming up here against a side that's in incredible form. They're a territory team, they win contests and they transition the ball incredibly well. So we knew we were up against and a very experienced team, and clearly proud of how the boys performed, but incredibly disappointed with the result at the end. There was a game there for the taking and we walk away losing, so we're disappointed.
So what do you think happened in that last quarter?
Probably a range of things. I thought definitely their midfield got on top, certainly in transition. They were able to transition the ball way too easily from one end of the ground to the other. They had a lot of uncontested possessions, and I think in reality we probably went a little bit safe. It's a big occasion for our group, and we've got a lot of young players playing at the moment, and we probably just went into our shells a little bit, went a little bit safe with the ball, and that added to the momentum. So there's a bit to unpack in that last quarter for us, and we'll go away and have a look at that. But as I said, for 3 quarters there's a lot to work with, and it's probably the best we've played.
Has that been an issue for a couple of rounds now? Because North nearly ran you down last week. I'm not sure if Melbourne's kicked a goal in the last quarter for a few weeks now.
Yeah, look, as I said, it's probably something we need to go away and have a look at. Whether we go into our shells a little bit late in games, we'll certainly have a look at that. Certainly with ball in hand, we made a lot of mistakes in the last quarter, and we looked like we were a little bit going safe with what we needed to do. So, that's 2 weeks, you're right, with some evidence to suggest we need to have a look at it, and we will. And that's what footy clubs do. We go in and we have a look and we try and get it better. But the core elements of our game are back in check. But we had some young players that certainly stood up tonight.
And on the flip side, you had probably, I think, your best quarter for the year in the second quarter. All that talk about your team struggled to find a connection between your midfield and your forward line just seemed to melt away there.
Yeah, look, we've been really strong in the last month about trying to get the same group of forwards playing together for a period of time. For a period of time now, in the last 18 months, we've changed a lot down the front end. We think we've got, with some continuity of Petty, Van Rooyen and Turner, we think they can certainly become quite a formidable group, but they need time. Cohesion's a big thing in sport, and we need to be able to allow them to flourish and grow together, and tonight was the start of some of that continuity. I think it's now 4 games in a row where they've been able to play together. So we think we're onto something there. We need to give it time and be patient with it and build that cohesion. But as you said, tonight we saw that started to come out.
Do you think your pressure was back overall for most of the game?
Good observation. It's great, wasn't it? It's good to see. It's the best we've done it. It's we got that real hunt and pressure around the ball back. We want to be a really strong contest team, and the pressure is a big part of that. And tonight you could see it really evident for a big part of the game, that real desire and hunt on the ball and the man, and that's the best we've done it all year.
What did you make of the free against Alex late in the match that led to McCluggage's goal?
Yeah, haven't had a really good look at it. Ground level, she's over the other side, so I'll have to go and have a look at it. But it's there's lots of decisions in a game of footy that can be played out. I'm sure that'll be one that'll be talked about, but it's not the reason we lost the game. There's a lot of other things in that last quarter that were in our control that we'll go back and get better at, and make sure we do it better.
And Clayton Oliver, a big response from him.
Yeah, look, he's worked incredibly hard, and there's been a lot of criticism out there about Clayton, and I think he showed again tonight why teams go to him. He's a very important player that's got a high level of skill, and we're rapt to see him back to his best tonight.
Cosy Pickett was also pretty explosive tonight. What do you think when you're watching him just do his thing?
Yeah, look, he's just a player that you love coaching. You love having him in your team. You'd love to put him around the ball more. You'd love to put him in the front half as much as you can. He has an enormous impact for our footy club, and it wasn't just his impact on the scoreboard. I thought his pressure was right back to its very best when he plays with that pressure. we played very well. So, as I said, there was a lot to like. A lot of our kids stood up. Andy Monez Wakefield was a really good introduction to AFL footy. As I said, the young tall forwards are starting to mark the ball ahead of the ball. So there was a lot to like, but incredibly disappointed that we lost, and we'll rectify a bit of that.
Is it still a big picture? Does it give you belief that you've still got lots to get out of this season? You've just come up here and played one of the informed teams at the comp and run them to within a kick.
Absolutely. There's plenty to play for in this season. There's a long, long way to go, and we feel like we're building. We've still got some things we need to work on, but there's a lot to like in our game at the moment, and we think with that continuity and ability to build some momentum, the results will start to turn for us, and hopefully you'll see the Melbourne Footy Club coming strong.